Hey guys, Greg Medford, Medford Knife, MKT USA, coming to you live from the IWA Show 2019 in Germany, Deutschland. Meine Freundin, wie geht's? I have knives to show you, so why don't we get the camera down on the knives and let's get to it. Come on. So, to start off 2019 is something from 2018. I did this new USMC utility knife called our USMC Fighter. Really cool technology. I know this looks familiar to you, but it's not the same. 1/4 inch S35VN drop point false edge titanium. This is a 2-piece hilt that sandwiches together like this. 2 screws, G10 multi-layer, solid titanium pommel, solid titanium hilt, full carry through tang, asymmetrical ergonomic handle, really nice knife. And what's really unique about this is the traditional style had what we call a rat tail design. It had a small cord down through the center of a leather handle. I got rid of all that and I developed this 2-piece here to basically kind of do this. It sandwiches in and there's no constriction. So this tang here is exactly the same as here. There's no notch. So it's perfectly strong. So I like this so much, I said, hey, listen, let's cut off this much of the blade and make it into a folder. And let's take the handle and have them be very similar, so they're a spin-off of each other. So this is the USMC Fighter Flipper. Cool titanium frame lock. It's got one of our first bearing clips. This has got a hardened pin offset that indexes the clip in place. Full titanium sculpted handle. This is machined in 7 operations with a receiving pocket for the blade. As the blade closes, you can see it slips into the end of the titanium pocket. It's informed off of this design here. Place for a lanyard and a cool MKT charm or bead of some kind. It is a flipper, so you can see the action on it. My knives are known for being big, heavy users, and this is a big, heavy user of a knife. So the USMC Fighter Flipper, 2018-2019. Back up on me. So here's the deal. My head has been crashing together the old and the new, technology and tradition. And I think what you get is this cool hybrid of something familiar that's got a new twist on it. I have some bitchin' stuff coming out for 2020. Your fucking faces are gonna melt when you see this stuff. I'm actually stabilizing some very cool vintage wood right now to come in and be the side of some knives that will go with guns. It's fucking super cool. I have 2 more knives. We went from the gigantic of 2018 and 19 and let's bring it down to the normal. Okay, come on back down. So I've got 2 new knives. This is Der Hund, which we're bringing to Germany. Somebody wrote Das Hund. It's already fixed on the goddamn website. It's Der Hund, of course. A small drop point S35VN. It's got the really cool thicknesses of 1/8 inch. You guys can translate that with your Google phones into millimeters. Fully sculpted clip. In 2019, this comes out with a slimmer clip, not quite as big as this, okay? Really cool little knife. If you like hunting, it's a great skinner. You could cape a buffalo with this. So pretty neat knife. It's got some good style, and it's just a tiny knife that just disappears in the pocket. Really nothing. So I like this a lot. The flat bottom blood groove lets you get your fingers in on that fuller and open it up if you want. Let's zoom over to my first button lock offering. This is actually hitting the streets now pretty nicely. This is my first all aluminum chassis. PVD, this is hard anodized actually. Stainless steel components, S35VN blade. This little black mark just means it's sold. This is our first button lock offering. It's on ball bearings inside. This is my first bearing knife that I'm offering. What is the big deal with this knife, quite frankly, as a flipper for me at Medford Knife, is that the price point on this is amazing. So if you're looking at a $400, a $700, this is a $290 retail knife. In US dollars, you can figure that out for wherever you're from. But a really cool knife, and what I wanted to do different about it is when you grab this knife, there's zero play in any direction like my other knives. It is fucking perfect. So that's Smooth Criminal, 2018, 2019 stuff. So, Tools for Gents, you guys, knuckle up. Call these guys from Tools for Gents. I've got great dealers all over Europe, and it's a unique relationship with Europe. You guys have got all sorts of tax challenges and law challenges and all sorts of crazy stuff that I don't have to deal with out in the United States. But I appreciate you all jumping through all the hoops you jump through to collect and be into cutlery in a land that's not as friendly to knives. So it's my hat's off to you for doing it. So Greg Medford, Medford Knife here at the IWA Show 2019 for Tools for Gents. I'm out.